What's up all you gamers? Now, as you probably know, there was no state of the game this week on August the 12th, so I thought I would chuck out my own one on the 12th. I'm running a little bit late, but if you want to hear my views on what I think we need and things they need to address to improve this game, then stay tuned. That's coming up next.
Pew, 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 pew. Whee.
Welcome back all you guys and girls. So as you'll probably know, they said they're going to be giving some big updates nearing the end of August, which is all well and good, but at the moment we're kind of in limbo. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed, a lot of issues that need to be solved, and it doesn't seem like there's any urgency on it, so I'm hoping they'll get around to that. And one other thing I'd like to address, and I want to know if it's just me, so drop a comment, but the loot in my eyes, it was amazing. It went up and I was getting so many with 1 and 2 full bars on my loot, even 3 sometimes, and it felt really good. It really was an increase. I've been playing the last few days and it seems like it's been kind of nerfed. So let me know if that's just me and I'm going crazy, or if that's actually happened to you as well, because in my eyes the loot has been somehow, it's kind of been ninja nerfed as stuff, as something along those lines, unless I'm completely cracking up. Now, like I said, there was no state of the game this week, so what I'm going to put together is kind of like a little list of what I think they need to address and stuff we need going forward in the future. Now, obviously they said they'll also be telling us what's going on with Skyscraper, which is great because we really need to know what is going on with this. Now, they said it's going to be entitled Update 11, which is great because that's just around the corner. And speaking of Skyscraper, I honestly think this will be either the turning point or the downfall of this game. If they don't get some kind of fresh blood into the game, it's gonna lose out a lot as soon as the new games come out. As I've said in the previous video, they still haven't confirmed whether it's going to be free content or not, and I feel that the fan base kind of needs it to be. It will make them feel appreciated and may bring new people and may bring some new attraction and new blood to the game as such. Because after all, who doesn't like a kind of horde or wave mode added to a game? They're always fun. But there are a lot of games coming up soon. Just to name 2, you've got Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Cyberpunk. That's big competition, and it will make a lot of people play those instead of this. So they need something on the horizon that people are going to want to get into. Now, if you look at things how they currently stand, they are still having issues with the new raid. Kina, as far as I'm aware, is still being able to go invincible. And the loot, like I said, it was amazing, now doesn't seem to be as good as it was. I'm sure they have degraded the quality of loot that is dropping, unless I've just been very unfortunate. Also, there's still errors. Why are we still getting Delta 3? And I'm not going to go into it again, but the raid. Please do something about the raid, especially all of the shenanigans that's been going on. They need the fan base, the people that did it genuinely, they need some kind of resolve, otherwise it is just unfair. You can't take things seriously. If this is supposed to be a serious game and you're supposed to put a lot of time and effort into it, you can't hold things like that with any integrity if people have then came out and said, oh, by the way, we cheated, but it's cool and everyone does it. No, that's not right. Like I said, they kind of have a lot of things to address, and in a short period of time, otherwise I can see the game progressively losing its players. So hopefully they'll address those in the upcoming week or 2 weeks, and then chuck out the content of the Skyscraper, which needs to be really good, early in September. Now, here are a few things that I would like to see implemented in the game. I'd like a few new exotic weapons, something a little bit different. For example, if it doesn't even have to be a weapon, even if it was a set piece or something. If you look at games like Diablo, they implement things in there that change the whole game. For example, I don't know if you've ever played it, but there's a thing called Ring of Grandeur, and it makes it so if you have that equipped, it's as if you have well, basically it's like you only need 3 of a set piece and you'll get the 4 bonus attribute, or 5 and you'll get the 6. If they could implement something like that in this game, it would be game changing and very easy to do, and it would make it a bit refreshing. I don't know if it's feasible, I'm just chucking it out there. I think they need something in the game that's going to make it have a turning point and feel a little bit revitalised. Obviously, I'd like to see some new armour sets. They keep the feeling of the game fresh, and even though it's a little bit of a grind, it's not so bad, especially when you know what you're going to get out of it is a lot more gameplay. Like, if you have a look at the new set that came out, the Eclipse set and the Vile Mask, I enjoyed playing that more than I've enjoyed playing this game for a long time. There was so much you could do around it, so many different builds, so many different things to use with it that made it so fun and fresh. They need to implement something like that, like I said, just to make things feel a little bit more fresh. I'd also like to see a few new weapon talents. They need something new and interesting. This can really change the gameplay in my eyes. If you look, all of the talents are so varied, and some are now, unfortunately, kind of bottom tier. Like, you won't see them in any builds. They're just not really worth having. I'd really like to see some new stuff implemented, something that'll be really fun and really strong in certain builds. Finally, the main thing I'd like to address, Skyscraper. Now, this needs to be great. It really does. Like I said, I think this is going to either be the turning point or the downfall of the Division, as a lot of people seem to be leaving it at the moment, and a lot of people are actually bored, unfortunately. This needs to be amazing. It needs to be fun. And also, I think if they're going to want to keep their fan base, it needs to be free. Now, there's a lot I've missed off this, and that's because genuinely they're not going to be able to implement all of this at once in such a short time. And to be fair, it's a lot of work. They've still got a lot of work with the game, even fixing some of the bugs that's in there now. I'd like to see a few new missions and some actual new objectives and stuff in the game, but ultimately that's not realistic. They're not going to be able to put any of that in anytime soon, as they've got Skyscraper to focus on. Like I said, they have a lot of work to do in a short amount of time, but hopefully they can get some of the stuff done that we're really looking forward to. So drop a comment and let me know, what do you guys and girls want to see implemented in this game? What do you think will keep it alive? What would you like to actually do to stop you being bored? That's my 5 cents on the situation. I don't usually do things like this, but to be honest, I just feel like it needed something thrown out there at the moment, because I can see a lot of people, especially in the community and such, getting a bit nervous around the Skyscraper update and getting a bit annoyed with some of the game in general. So hopefully they'll address it. As always, guys and girls, if you haven't subscribed to the channel for all the latest and greatest Xbox stuff and Series X stuff as soon as it's coming out, then hit that subscribe, hit that like button if you like this, and of course leave a comment, and I'll be bringing you all the latest and greatest gameplay, hints, tips, guides, and of course more Division. As always, guys and girls, take care. I'll see you on the next day.